John Finn Finnegan finds himself trapped in a claustrophobic, high-altitude nightmare at 30,000 feet above the Atlantic Ocean. The dedicated doctor and devoted husband had originally planned a deeply romantic, stress-free journey to the breathtaking French Riviera to reunite with his beloved wife, Steffy Forrester Finnegan. Instead, thanks to a catastrophic logistical error by his adoptive mother, Lee Finnegan, who accidentally left his flight itinerary exposed. On an open computer screen, Finn is now sharing a commercial flight with his biological mother, the infamous and dangerous Sheila Carter. The tension in the airplane cabin is absolutely palpable as Finn stares at the woman who has brought so much terror and destruction into his family's life over the years. He knows all too well the severe trauma Steffy still harbors from Sheila's past crimes, including the horrific alley shooting. And the mere sight of Sheila on this aircraft sends shivers of pure dread down his spine. Finn's mind races with apocalyptic scenarios, fully aware that if Steffy discovers Sheila has followed them to Monaco, their fragile marital peace will be instantly shattered into a million irreparable pieces. Sheila Carter, however, is operating under a completely different set of psychological parameters. For months, she has been desperately clinging to the delusional fantasy that she can somehow seamlessly integrate herself into the Finnegan family dynamic. Despite the countless warnings from both Finn and Lee that her quest is a hopeless battle, Sheila refuses to surrender her dream of a happy, unified family. Her mind is heavily fortified by a deeply ingrained delusion, recently fueled by a vivid, emotionally charged dream she experienced. In this poignant dream, Sheila envisioned Finn and Steffy standing together, warmly presenting her with a beautiful bouquet of flowers for Mother's Day. This subconscious manifestation of her deepest desires has convinced Sheila that a miraculous reconciliation is not only possible, but destined to happen under the magical, sun-drenched skies of Monte Carlo. She genuinely believes that the romantic European setting will somehow soften Steffy's hardened heart and pave the way for the ultimate family reunion she so desperately craves. Recognizing the severe danger of the situation, Finn realizes he must take immediate and decisive action before they touch down on the tarmac. He cannot control the fact that they are currently trapped in a metal tube flying across the ocean, but he can attempt to control the narrative once they land. Finn issues strict, uncompromising orders to his biological mother, demanding that she remain completely hidden upon their arrival in Monaco. He plans to book her a secluded hotel room far away from the luxurious accommodations he and Steffy will be sharing, instructing Sheila to stay out of sight and out of mind. Finn's desperation is palpable as he attempts to negotiate this high-stakes bargain, praying that he can somehow manage Sheila's erratic behavior and protect his wife from the horrifying shock of her presence. He knows that his anniversary celebration and this desperately needed romantic reset depend entirely on his ability to keep Sheila contained and invisible. Sheila, ever the master manipulator, nods along to Finn's frantic instructions, projecting an aura of complete compliance and understanding. She assures her anxious son that she will follow his rules, promising to stay tucked away in her hotel room and avoid any accidental encounters with Steffy. However, viewers know all too well that Sheila Carter's promises are as fragile as spun glass. Behind her reassuring smile and agreeable demeanor, Sheila's calculating mind is already plotting her next move. She has not traveled across the globe merely to sit in a hotel room and stare at the walls. She is driven by a fierce, unstoppable compulsion to bridge the gap between herself and her grandson, Hayes, and she views this Monaco trip as the ultimate opportunity to force a breakthrough, regardless of the catastrophic collateral damage it might cause to Finn's marriage. As the flight finally descends into the stunning Principality of Monaco, the breathtaking views of the Mediterranean Sea offer no solace to Finn's racing heart. Thankfully, Steffy is not scheduled to meet him directly at the airport, granting Finn a brief, agonizing window of time to execute his containment strategy. He swiftly directs Sheila toward her designated hiding spot, reiterating his strict commands before rushing off to find his wife. But the moment Finn's back is turned, Sheila's facade of obedience instantly evaporates. The allure of the Monte Carlo streets and the intoxicating possibility of encountering Steffy prove far too strong to resist. Official previews and leaked promotional spoilers reveal a chilling sequence of events. Sheila, cloaked in the shadows of the glamorous city, begins to actively stalk Steffy through the winding, sunlit streets of Monaco, completely disregarding the desperate orders her son just handed down. The visual of Sheila Carter lurking in the background while Steffy peacefully awaits her husband is a masterclass in daytime television suspense. Steffy, completely oblivious to the terrifying threat hurtling toward her, is currently basking in the romantic ambience of a historic Monaco church, anticipating a joyful reunion with Finn to celebrate their epic 2020 reunion in this very city. She believes this trip is a much-needed escape from the toxic corporate warfare back in Los Angeles, a chance to reconnect with the man she loves. But Finn's massive secret, his failure to immediately inform Steffy of Sheila's presence, is a ticking time bomb. By choosing to hide Sheila rather than confronting the issue head-on with his wife, Finn is inadvertently planting the seeds of a massive betrayal. When Steffy inevitably discovers that Finn knew about Sheila's arrival and actively concealed it, the fallout will be apocalyptic, potentially pushing the marriage past the point of no return and ruining their beautiful anniversary. While Finn and Steffy's romantic getaway is being systematically undermined by Sheila's sinister stalking, another iconic Forrester couple is facing their own brand of emotional turbulence on the French Riviera. Brooke Logan Forrester and Ridge Forrester traveled to Monaco hoping to enjoy the unparalleled beauty and magic of the region, seeking a brief respite from the relentless, soul-crushing corporate battles that have recently consumed their lives. The azure waters and luxurious yachts of Monte Carlo provide the perfect backdrop for romance, and Ridge is determined to shower his beloved Logan with the love and affection she so deeply deserves. However, the inescapable tentacles of Los Angeles drama have a way of crossing oceans, and Brooke's peaceful state of mind is about to be shattered by a single, devastating notification on her smartphone. As Brooke and Ridge attempt to soak in the Mediterranean sun, Brooke's phone chimes with a text message that will instantly alter the trajectory of her day. The message is from none other than Fanny Grayson, the renowned French singer and fashion enthusiast who has frequently orbited the Forrester Creations universe. As Brooke reads the words glowing on her screen, her heart sinks and a familiar, fiery rage begins to bubble up within her chest. Fanny delivers a piece of sad, infuriating news that hits Brooke like a physical blow. She has officially signed a lucrative new contract with Logan Creations. Fanny reveals that she will be collaborating directly with Hope Logan Spencer to launch a highly anticipated new fragrance for Katie Logan Spencer's rapidly expanding fashion empire. To fully understand the magnitude of Brooke's devastating reaction, one must look back at the recent corporate maneuvering that led to this moment. Not too long ago, Fanny Grayson had enthusiastically pitched a perfume concept to Steffy Forrester Finnegan, hoping to align her brand with the prestigious Hope for the future line at Forrester Creations. However, Steffy, in her capacity as co-CEO, coldly rejected the pitch, hinting that the line was effectively dead in the water following Hope's shocking defection to Logan Creations. Spurned by Forrester, Fanny naturally took her brilliant ideas across town to Katie, who welcomed her with open arms. For Brooke, this is not just a standard business transaction. It is yet another agonizing reminder of how her sister, Katie, is systematically dismantling the Forrester legacy by poaching their associated talents to elevate her own rival company. Brooke's reaction to Fanny's text is immediate and intensely visceral. She is already grappling with the profound, shattering heartbreak of Hope's defection, a move that completely blindsided the Forrester family and severely fractured the once unbreakable bond between mother and daughter. Brooke views Katie's aggressive recruitment tactics as a direct, unforgivable assault on the family dynamic. In Brooke's eyes, Katie is not just building a business. She is actively stealing Brooke's daughter and exploiting Forrester's discarded opportunities to fuel her own corporate vengeance. The news that Fanny will now be working alongside Hope to launch a fragrance under the Logan banner feels like salt being violently rubbed into a very fresh, very painful wound. Brooke's anxiety spikes, and she finds it nearly impossible to maintain her composure in the face of this latest perceived betrayal. Sensing the immediate shift in his wife's emotional state, Ridge Forrester steps in to play the crucial role of peacemaker and emotional anchor. Ridge knows exactly how deeply the feud between Brooke, Katie, and Hope is affecting the woman he loves. He has watched Brooke spiral into fits of maternal rage, previously smashing monitors and declaring her own sister to be her #1 enemy. But here, in the breathtaking beauty of Monaco, Ridge refuses to let the toxic smog of Los Angeles ruin their precious time together. He gently takes the phone from Brooke's hands, looking deeply into her eyes, and embarks on a passionate mission to distract her from the crushing weight of the family drama and calm her escalating panic. Ridge's approach is both tender and fiercely protective. He wraps his arms around Brooke, reminding her that they are standing in one of the most romantic, awe-inspiring locations on the face of the earth. He urges her to compartmentalize the pain of Hope's choices and Katie's ruthless business strategies, insisting that there is absolutely nothing she can do to change the situation from thousands of miles away. Ridge eloquently argues that they must actively choose to focus on their enduring love story, prioritizing their own happiness over the endless corporate warfare that threatens to consume them. By showering Brooke with affection and redirecting her focus to the magic of the Riviera, Ridge hopes to calm her frayed nerves and salvage their desperately needed vacation, proving that their bond is stronger than any corporate feud. The juxtaposition of these two couples in Monaco is a brilliant stroke of dramatic storytelling. On one hand, you have Ridge and Brooke actively fighting to preserve their romance and shield themselves from the destructive forces of their extended family. Ridge's unwavering support serves as a beautiful testament to their enduring bond, proving that their love can withstand even the most severe external pressures. On the other hand, you have Finn and Steffy, a couple whose romantic reunion is being silently, maliciously undermined from within. Finn's decision to harbor a massive secret about Sheila's presence stands in stark contrast to Ridge's transparent, supportive approach with Brooke. While Ridge is defusing a bomb, Finn is inadvertently building one that is destined to detonate the moment Steffy crosses paths with her psychotic mother-in-law. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away, in the bustling offices of Forrester Creations in Los Angeles, the corporate machinery continues to grind forward, setting the stage for a massive shift in the company's creative direction. R.J. Forrester, the ambitious and talented son of Ridge and Brooke, is keenly aware of the massive void left by Hope Logan Spencer's sudden and shocking defection to Logan Creations. The youth demographic, a crucial, highly profitable sector of the fashion market, has been left completely unmoored without a dedicated figurehead. Recognizing the urgent need to capture this audience and reassert Forrester's dominance against the rising tide of Logan Creations, RJ formulates a bold, innovative proposal, and he knows exactly who he wants to lead this new charge. RJ approaches Electra Forrester with a massive career opportunity that could fundamentally alter the trajectory of her professional life. With a charming mix of enthusiasm and strategic vision, RJ suggests that Electra is the perfect candidate to become the new face of Forrester's youth demographic. He essentially pitches her the idea of becoming the next Hope Logan Spencer, a vibrant, relatable, and dynamic leader who can spearhead a fresh, edgy fashion line designed to captivate a younger audience. RJ passionately argues that Elektra has the innate style, the Forrester pedigree, and the creative intuition required to fill the massive shoes left empty by Hope's departure. It is a monumental vote of confidence from a young man who has clearly developed deep, affectionate feelings for her following her painful breakup with Will Spencer. Elektra's reaction to RJ's grand proposal is a complex mixture of profound gratitude and overwhelming apprehension. On a personal level, she is deeply touched by RJ's unwavering faith in her abilities. Following the traumatic, violent implosion of her relationship with Will, RJ has been a steadfast pillar of support, a comforting presence who has helped her navigate the darkest moments of her recent heartbreak. His belief in her potential is incredibly validating and helps heal her shattered confidence. However, from a practical standpoint, Elektra is forced to confront the harsh reality of her current workload. She is already fully consumed by her responsibilities running the highly demanding Forrester Creations jewelry line, a massive undertaking that requires her constant, undivided attention, especially with the ongoing drama surrounding the hope for the future diamond. The prospect of taking on an entirely new fashion line, especially one tasked with replacing the iconic brand that Hope built, feels like a superhuman feat. Elektra wonders aloud if she possesses the bandwidth to juggle both the intricate, high-stakes world of fine jewelry and the fast-paced, trend-driven demands of a youth apparel line. She expresses her concerns to RJ, questioning whether she can truly handle the immense pressure of stepping into such a high-profile, heavily scrutinized role. The Forrester legacy is a heavy crown to wear, and Elektra is acutely aware that any failure on this new front would be magnified 1,000 times over by the relentless fashion media, who are already circling the company like sharks following Hope's controversial exit and Eric's recent haute couture struggles. Beyond the corporate implications, RJ's pitch is heavily laden with romantic undertones. By positioning Elektra as the new star of Forrester Creations, RJ is not just elevating her career, he is actively creating a scenario where they will be working closely together, collaborating on designs, and sharing the thrill of creative success on a daily basis. This professional alignment is a strategic, albeit deeply affectionate, move to cement their growing romantic bond. As they discuss the logistics of the potential new line, the sparks between RJ and Elektra continue to fly, hinting at a passionate future that extends far beyond the boardroom. Whether Elektra ultimately accepts the monumental challenge remains to be seen, but RJ's unwavering support has undeniably secured his place in her heart, pushing the memories of Will Spencer further into the rearview mirror. As the Tuesday, August 11th episode draws to a close, the narrative threads are pulled taut, threatening to snap under the immense pressure. In Monaco, Sheila Carter's sinister stalking of an oblivious Steffy Forrester Finnegan reaches a terrifying crescendo, promising an explosive, volcanic confrontation on the sun-drenched shores of the Mediterranean. Finn's desperate lies and hidden secrets are on the verge of being exposed, setting the stage for a marital crisis of epic proportions that could destroy his anniversary plans. Meanwhile, Brooke Logan Forrester must fight to maintain her sanity and her romance with Ridge in the face of Katie's relentless corporate warfare, utilizing every ounce of Ridge's comforting love to stay grounded in the reality of their European escape. Back in Los Angeles, the future of Forrester Creations hangs in the balance as Elektra Forrester weighs a life-changing career offer from RJ, a decision that could redefine the company's identity and solidify a powerful new power couple in the fashion world. The Bold and the Beautiful continues to deliver unparalleled drama, breathtaking romance, and shocking betrayals, proving once again why it remains the crown jewel of daytime television. Fans absolutely cannot afford to miss a single second of the heart-stopping action as these iconic characters navigate the treacherous waters of love, loyalty, and legacy. Stay tuned, because the fallout from these explosive events will undoubtedly change the landscape of Los Angeles fashion forever.